One of the best ways to step up your production quality is camera movement. However, camera movement can be really expensive depending on what you do. My question is, how much camera movement can you get for less than $100? Well, for instance, you can do this. So that's something. Welcome back to Friend Films. My name is Nick Friend, and this is the Proaim Zeal 2ft slider. Now, I've been using this for about a month now, and I gotta say, it's one of the most integral tools in my one-man band productions that I do on a day-to-day basis. This is a slider that you can get for less than $100. Now, sliders are some of the most commonly used camera movement mechanisms that you can buy. It's the deliberate move that sells it. It's the fact that it looks like it was thought out, even though it may be a run and gun situation where you don't have a lot of time. The Proaim Zeal is an incredibly solid piece of kit. It's very, very well built. It is a little bit short, so you're kind of limited with that, but I will say, you can get a lot more out of a 2-foot slider than you might think. This slider in particular, right away, I tried to put it on the top of my tripod and the middle one stripped. Fortunately, there's another 3/8 inch hole in the bottom that's already been tapped, so I was able to use that, but it was a little bit off axis, so putting it onto the top of the tripod was a little bit finicky. This slider's not exactly made to hold as big of a camera package that I put on it. That being said, it handled itself relatively well, given a bit of patience. If you have anything below 15 pounds, this is gonna be an absolute treat. One of the things that I don't particularly like about this slider is the locking mechanism. It uses a friction-based locking mechanism, which is basically just a screw with a piece of rubber on it, and it's not a drag. You can't like lock it a little bit to give the resistance to the slider, which would have been incredibly nice. It's really, really hard to turn it all the way to lock it, and also, it really hurts your fingers. So I actually ended up having to wrap the knob in gaff tape just to make it a little bit more comfortable so that I could actually lock it. Spending this kind of money on a slider, you don't really expect it to be absolutely spectacular. You understand that there are gonna be some pitfalls. That being said, it definitely outperformed my expectations, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So yeah, it's a slider and it's great. It's very budget friendly. It's got some problems, but they're pretty easy to work around if you have just a little bit of patience. If you're a one-man band crew, you pretty much can't go wrong with this slider. Now we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, I'll show you some examples of the footage that I got using the Proaim Zeal 2-foot slider. Finding music for your film is a huge pain in the butt. Fortunately, Artlist aims to solve that problem. For just a flat yearly rate, you get access to their entire catalog of music, which is over 10,000 songs and growing weekly. And you can access through mood, video theme, genre, or you can visit their spotlight to find brand new artists that they have on their catalog. I've used Artlist for every single video that I've made over the past year, and they've never let me down. So if you want to get excellent music for your video, visit this link and go get some awesome music for film. So enough talk, why don't we see some footage that we shot with the slider. So this is just the Sony FS7 on a Proaim Zeal 2-foot slider and on a tripod. That was it. There's nothing extra, there's nothing extraneous about anything that I shot. It's just the slider and the camera and my buddy Tony, and this is what we shot. So that's pretty much it. I was using a camera package that was about 15 pounds, so I was certainly pushing the limits of what this camera can hold. It's definitely outside of the recommended weight limit for this slider, but if you're using any sort of DSLR or light video camera, you're not gonna have problems at all. So I certainly recommend this slider to you. The links are gonna be below, as well as all the other gear that I use on my shoots. So thank you so much for watching. Good talk.